Gather round, dear watchers, as behind the veil we weave for you a tale steeped in shadow and cunning, a story of Semion Mogilevich, a man whose name whispers through the annals of crime like a chilling wind. I stand before you not just as a storyteller, but as a forensic psychologist peering into the twisted corridors of his mind, and a forensic scientist tracing the cold evidence of his deeds. Let us step into the dark tapestry of his life, where ruthlessness and intellect intertwine to forge a legend of terror. Hi guys, please subscribe, like and share the video. It will help us to grow, and I really appreciate it. Enjoy the video. Born in 1946 in Kiev, then part of the Soviet Union, Semion Mogilevich emerged from humble beginnings, his sharp mind and unyielding ambition soon setting him apart. As a forensic psychologist, I see the seeds of his pathology in those early years, perhaps a childhood marked by scarcity and survival, fostering a worldview where power was the only currency that mattered. His first steps into crime were petty, black market dealings, fraud, but they were the kindling for a fire that would consume nations. By the 1980s, as the Soviet Union crumbled, Mogilevich seized his moment. A master strategist, he built a criminal empire that spanned continents, earning him the moniker the Brainy Don. His operations were a forensic scientist's nightmare, elusive, layered, and meticulously concealed. Arms trafficking became his trade, funneling weapons into conflict zones with the precision of a surgeon's scalpel. Money laundering followed, with billions funneled through shell companies and legitimate businesses, a financial labyrinth I could spend years unraveling with forensic accounting tools. But it was his exploitation of the vulnerable that revealed the depth of his cruelty. Human trafficking, prostitution rings, thousands were ensnared, their lives reduced to commodities in his cold calculations. As a forensic psychologist, I detect a mind devoid of empathy, where every interaction was a transaction, every person a pawn. His ability to manipulate, to exploit trust, points to a sociopathic core, charming when needed, ruthless when crossed. The evidence of his reach is staggering. In the 1990s, he orchestrated a $150 million stock fraud scheme in the United States, a crime so sophisticated it took international cooperation to even begin tracing. His control over the Solntsevskaya Bratva, one of Russia's most powerful mafia groups, turned him into a phantom, a figure whose influence lingered in the shadows of global crime. Forensic analysis of intercepted communications and financial trails paints a picture of a man who never dirtied his hands but orchestrated death and despair with a pen. Yet Mogilevich's story is one of elusiveness. Despite being on the FBI's 10 most wanted list since 2009 with a $5 million reward for his capture, he has evaded justice, reportedly living under Russian protection. His psychological profile suggests a man who thrives on control, who sees capture as a game to outwit. The forensic scientist in me marvels at the scant physical evidence, burned documents, encrypted servers, while the storyteller mourns the untold stories of his victims. So here we stand at the edge of his empire, a realm built on fear and exploitation. Semion Mogilevich, the most dangerous mobster in the world, remains an enigma, a ghost whose cold, calculated cruelty echoes through the corridors of crime. What drives such a man? Power, survival, or a void where a soul should be? The answer lies buried in the evidence we chase and the minds we seek to understand. Until then, stay vigilant, for the shadows still hold his secrets.